Okay, so here's going to be the new breakdown of my DroidX, which has been slightly tweaked up and changed a little bit for you guys. So some of you are familiar with the interface of the X, some of you aren't. This is going to be a little bit of a remodification using beautiful widgets and Launcher Pro Plus for the X, as well as a couple other things. So the first thing that you notice immediately is, besides the fact that everything is backwards, because, well, I'm talking to a computer right now, the DroidX screen has been completely replaced, except for one aspect, which is just the bottom keys right there. But on the front, I've put a more sense-like clock and weather widget. Also, email battery, which is pretty low right now, and not email, but text messaging. Going to the main screen, this has also been redesigned as well from the standard DroidX loadout. Down on the bottom here, I have my cool little dock with my most commonly used applications, were voicemail, Gmail, your phone, text messaging, and internet browser. I'm going to show you something pretty cool with them in a minute, besides the fact that you have now a sliding dock to give you your most common usage stuff. Replace a couple of the widgets on the front right there. Couldn't really replace a GPS one yet because I didn't like the other one, but the phone clock and weather widget is one that I really liked. It's now set up now, so when you actually touch on that, it's going to load out to a different screen altogether and give you, weather updates for the next week or so in a little bit of a colorful movement mode. If it's snowing, it's going to show snow. Raining, it's going to show rain. All that good stuff as well. Pinching back to the home screen now. Get your standard left-right loadout, and immediately you'll notice that this is not a standard calendar application that they have built right into the X. This is one of the new little changes that I've added to it, so that it gives you a full calendar mode right away. Because for me, this is something that I like to have, is a full calendar at disposal in 1 second instead of the week mode, day mode type thing. You have your standard screens right there, applications, all that good stuff, and more good stuff. I've set it up so that it goes back straight to the home screen. It's got a little bit of a bounce effect to it as well, which is kind of fun there. Sliding over to the next screen right there, this is a work in progress. I have a couple more things I need to take care of, download and update, all that good stuff. But the point behind this is the most common contacts that you're going to use. And it does a couple of things. It gives you social networking updates on them if they post on Facebook. When you click on that person, it's going to appear with a little tab with all the information, and we actually give a Facebook update for them right there. But obviously you can see contact information, text messaging, email, phone calls, all that good stuff, all right there at a quick and easy disposal. Moving along, you have more contacts, more information right there. More folders, all that good stuff. So when you click on the folder, it's pretty fast, pretty straightforward with that. And then more screens. This is a cool little feature I'm going to show you right here. It is not very common with an X. It's also a nice little motion feature. Usually you have to slide left, right to get between screens. But now you can also pinch the zoom to go and immediately pick the screen that you would want. And then there you go. It's all very fast motion as well. There's very little lag with the interface. So it's a really nice little touch to it. This is also a nice little feature I'm about to show you right now, which is sliding into landscape mode. Because usually a DroidX can't do that automatically. It still won't unless you put it on a card dock, and then it's a little awkward looking. But this is the same type of interface, same motion. Everything's right there for you. You still have pinch to zoom. Doesn't look quite as nice on that because, well, it's in landscape rather than portrait mode. Switching back over here, though, I'm going to show you one little cool feature. And this, I think, really kind of separates this little dock change that I've done to the X. And that would be with the tabs down on the bottom. Typically, you click on a voicemail tab. There's a voicemail. I have none right now. Exit out of the voicemail tab now, and instead of just simply clicking or touching, if I swipe, I set it up to change applications. And that can be done for every single little icon you have along the dock, all of them. For example, there's the phone, but where are my applications now? The applications, once again, it's a swipe, and then there they are. And these guys also follow the portrait landscape switch very relatively fast. But it's a pretty good interface that they have going on right there with that guy. So exiting out of that, I'll show you a couple of other intuitive ones I've done on here. So for example, the Android market. I've said this is my internet browser right here. So when I click on the internet, it goes to the internet. It's not going to load anything up right now because there's no connection. But instead, if I swipe, if I swipe across on that, I'll show you here again. If I swipe on that item, there's my Android market. And the same goes across the board for a lot of these guys as well. For example, it's going to tell me, it automatically tried to go into my gesture search right there on me because I'm kind of tilting it back and forth. But for example, I've got ESPN radio application loaded right there. So when I click on ESPN radio, it is going to, launch ESPN radio. The only problem is I don't have an internet connection right now. But, sometimes I just want to check scores. So if I swipe the ESPN radio, it goes to the score center instead. Just a couple of other really cool ideas. There's my Slingbox, which is something I love. If I swipe my Slingbox instead, it goes to the movie Flickster page. Or, for example, instead of Facebook, if I click on Facebook, it's obviously going to, load up Facebook, and there it is, not exactly functioning right now. But if I swipe Facebook, there's Twitter. And then the same can be done for Pandora, which is right there. If I swipe Pandora instead, though, there's Slacker Radio. So there, my friends, is a quick little breakdown of my new loadout for the DroidX. I've changed around a little bit. Still got some tweaking to do, still got some working to do, but kind of redesigned it so it's how I prefer to have it, or how I would like to have it. And that's it.